What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be walking through how do you still generate contracting leads through the holidays. It's usually a slow time for you, but there's a few things that you can actually do to continue to get the leads to pour in. Hey everyone, this is Logan Shinholster with Contractor Growth Network, and I'm going to walk you through what everybody is probably starting to experience at this point of the year. At the time of this recording, we're about a week out from Halloween, and as soon as the holidays start to pick up, it goes Thanksgiving, then Christmas, and then there's the winter lull from January, February, all the way up until pretty much when Easter starts. And not many homeowners want to invite contractors to their home to do work at this time. It's not top of mind. If you're in the north, it's cold. So how do you still generate work for you? It's tough, right? And let's think about this, because you're probably in one of two scenarios. If you're a contractor and you're a one-man show, this is what you need to survive. You cannot put food on your table if you're just going through this cycle of it's crazy busy, got to turn work away, down to wow, it's middle of December, nobody wants to hire me. So you have to either be really good at working really hard and then saving during the wintertime, or you figure out what you can do in the wintertime. And it's tough. Now on the other end of the spectrum, let's say you've been in business for a while, you have crews working for you. Well, what you've done is you've created this machine, and this machine is great. However, the problem with the machine is that you now have to feed it at all times of the year. Unless you're going to lay your teams off in the wintertime, then you need to figure out a way to continue to keep them busy. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do this. All right, so we're going to first start off and jump over to the computer. All right, so we're on the computer, and here's what we have in front of you. It looks like an advertisement that's going to go up on Instagram or Facebook. And the reason that it looks like that is because that's exactly what this is. What we're going to do is we're going to target both past customers and new customers or new prospects to try to show them, hey, look, we're still in business. You should reach out to us. We need to run some sort of promotional offer to say, look, here is your reason for hiring us right now. Because what we're doing is if we're stepping into somebody's home over Christmas or Thanksgiving or in January, February when they're all home, we're now a burden to them. They're not away on summer vacation, so now we're inconveniencing them. So we need to do something to convince them that, hey, look, we want to offset the inconvenience, so we're going to do something special for you. And in this case, it could be money off. You need to run a promotional offer that is not going to bankrupt you, but it's going to get you in their home. And then your job is to upsell from there. Promotional offers are everything. So you can either do money off, you can do material upgrades, upgrade their countertops, their cabinets, their appliances. You can extend their warranties. Something that doesn't really cost you all that much, but it provides such a large value to the homeowner that they can't say no and they can't miss out on this. So the big part of the promo is it's got to be something that gets people off their butt. Remember, they're going to be uncomfortable with you being in their home while they're still in your home, so you have to offset that enough that they want to call you. Here's the other side of a promotional offer. It needs to be time-bound. If you say all year long, hey, look, we're running a special, then what's the incentive for them to buy right now? We need to let them know, hey, look, we have a special offer for you that's too hard to pass up, but it's only around for a limited amount of time. Go back and watch any infomercial. 99% of them always have a time aspect to it. Even if it's not real, because you see the same, hey, if you call in the next 10 minutes, then you get this, it still works. Put it on a timeline like a shot clock, the same way that Mark Cuban does it on Shark Tank, and it will do wonders. One more thing, it's got to be big enough. All right, I can't stress that enough. It cannot be something small that's 5% off, right? Think about that. Just imagine the price point that your service is at. So if you're doing a kitchen remodel, that's about the same price as a car. So if somebody said to you, hey, you'll get 5% off this car when it's inconvenient for you already, would you take somebody up on that deal? Yes or no? And that's what you have to ask yourself. So I would say at a minimum 10%, but still sometimes 10% is not quite cutting it. So you can be scrappy with this stuff. Just, don't go bankrupt, but at the same time, your job is to go in there and then upsell and make up all that money. So now that we have this, let's talk about how can you actually, we have the offer, how can we get this out to the masses. And the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna target old customers, past customers. First, you're gonna call them. If you really want the work, call them. But before you call them, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna send everybody out an email. We use Drip, you can use MailChimp, Constant Contact, but if you have old customers, reach back out to them. They already trust you that much. Okay, so since they trust you, they know and like you already, it's easier to sell them. So if I have to show you, I know it's gonna be kind of ghetto on this thing, but let me just show you like a little graph, right? Let me lock that in. Let me get into the red, cool. So if we're gonna like go through this, let me just show you right here. So what we're gonna have is a line, right? We're gonna have ease of sale, then trust built. All right, and it's gonna go a graph like that. The more trust you have with somebody, the easier it is that you're gonna sell them on whatever services you have. So if it's a brand new customer, they're gonna be down here. If it's an old customer, they're gonna be somewhere up here. Because they've already trusted you for that much amount of time, it's way easier to sell them on something. If it's a new customer, somebody who has no idea who you are, it's harder. So the first thing that we're gonna do is low-hanging fruit, past customers. So let's go ahead and we're going to actually reach out to old customers using email marketing. We're gonna send out a nice email saying, hey, we're announcing that we're running a special offer. We're gonna put whatever the offer is in the subject line, $4,400 off. And then in the actual email, all we're saying is, hey, so-and-so, we're running an offer, $4,400 off. You know, if you've been thinking about remodeling your kitchen, now's the time to do it. Between now and Thanksgiving or whatever it is, you can claim yours today. Give us a call. And that's it. Super simple, but it's just announcing it. And then the very next day, you're gonna call each one of those people and say, hey, I sent you an email about this. I'm curious, what do you think about it? Because what you're doing is you're setting this up first, so it's kind of in their head, and now you're following up with them. So give them the email first, wait a day, follow up next day with a phone call. And you're gonna get a lot of conversations with people because of that. Because what you're doing is you're not just cold calling them, you've already given them a reason because you already sent them an email, so you're set. So make sure that you do that first, email, then call them. Now let's talk about cold leads or prospects. That's gonna be done in Facebook. It's way easier to do it in Facebook. So what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna come in to Facebook and you're just gonna put a post out there. You're gonna download this picture. We're gonna go ahead and download that. When this thing is all done, it's gonna come right in. We're gonna grab it, we're gonna upload it into there. And then all we're gonna do is pretty much call this thing out to people, right? So what we wanna do is we're gonna say, whatever area, and we're in Charlotte, we're gonna say, hey, Charlotte residents, boom, capture them right there. We're running a special on kitchen remodeling. If you're worried about, I don't know, people see, like think about like what people are worried about in the holidays. If you're worried about friends and family seeing your outdated kitchen, now is the time to act, or something like that. Call us at, and then give them a phone number, and you can just put the phone number in there. And then that's all you're gonna do with this post, is you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna boost it to the people in your area. And here's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna say people that like your page. So what's easier is just gonna click people you can choose through targeting. We're gonna edit this. I'm gonna put in my, it's men and women would be an easier one, but in this case, I'm just gonna say women because more women want their kitchens remodeled. That's just working with clients, how it works. Now we're gonna come in, we're gonna choose the age. Pick an age that makes sense. Is your, I'm not saying everybody, but maybe pick 35. And I know realistically, I know we say 65 and up. Generally, people above 60 aren't gonna be remodeling their kitchens in this area. It's pretty younger, or it's pretty young. North Carolina doesn't make sense. So what I wanna do is I'm actually gonna type in Charlotte, and then I only wanna go within 25 miles. All right, now if I wanna get even more tricky, what I can say is, I wanna know, I wanna talk about what they're interested in. So if they're also interested in, I know, I think gardening is a big one. Gardening could be feel interests, right? So people that are big into that, they also like this, the kitchen remodel stuff. You can do HGTV stuff. because people who are interested in HGTV are also interested in, remodeling, stuff like that. You could also do Pinterest, whatever you want. But what we're doing here is we're saying, hey, Facebook, I want you to put this post out there to women between the age of 35 and 60 within 25 miles of Charlotte, and then are also interested in HGTV, aka remodeling their home. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and click save. And what this is saying is potential audience size. Potentially, we could show this to 82,000 people. So what we're doing is we're effectively running a commercial, like a TV commercial, but to the exact audience that we want. All right. Now we're going to run it as a promotion. So we're going to say, how long do we want to run it for? All right. We're going to run it from now. Let's just say the middle of November. So 15 days, 2 weeks is good enough. $10 a day, I would say, is a minimum. I would realistically do it a little bit more. $30 a day. It's going to reach between 190 and 540 people a day. So there you go. Oh, I'm sorry, total budget. That's not what I want. Whatever that is, duration and budget, you can do, I don't know, we'll just do $1,000, whatever that comes out to be. All right, so now we're looking at 3,500 to 10,000 people a day. All right, over the next 2 weeks, so $1,000 in a day. Put this out to the right people. I would say minimum in this amount of time, $500, but either way, you need to get something out there. Then you're gonna put your payment in, and you're gonna go ahead and hit set budget, and then it launches out. So that's how you run this thing. So just to recap it, what we're doing is we're coming up with a nice promotion. We're going to send it out to past customers via email. Then we're gonna call them up and say, hey, we sent you an email. Let us know what you think. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put this out to the masses on Facebook. Hey, whatever area you're in, we're running a special on this. If you're worried about this, this, or this, now's that time to act. Call us at this phone number. The way that we created this was we actually used a software called Canva. You can come in and actually create these yourself. The best way to do that is you're gonna go to home. If you just come in normally, you're gonna type in, you wanna do a square post, or we'll just do a Facebook post. It has templates if you wanna use them already, but I just did a custom one. And then from there, you can upload photos. You can do whatever you want, but this is like Microsoft Paint on steroids. So that's how you create this, send it out to your masses, and then send it out to your current customers, and then send it out to the other people. And if the thing that will let you know if this is gonna work or not is how strong is that offer? How much of people's objections to calling you and hiring you are you overcoming with what you're giving them instead? And what the best part about this is, holidays give you the perfect excuse to run these offers. So Halloween special, Thanksgiving special, whatever you want, you can do that. So I hope this helps. Do me a favor, hit that like button if this is, if this is beneficial to you, because promotions, I know they're scary because it seems like, oh, well, I'm only gonna get cheapskates in here. But imagine you give, let's say in this case, $4,400 off of a $40,000 kitchen. So yes, you're losing about 12% margin. However, if you remodel someone's kitchen, what are they automatically doing? They're thinking about the bathroom that they also want you to remodel. Then they're also thinking about the basement that's not finished. So you're losing $4,400, but you end up getting a customer for life. And that's why this works. Thank you.